Mimi.
Yes,
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Your name is Mimi?
Um, I go by me, but my first name is Michelle.
Okay, Michelle. How old are you?
I'm 34.
What do you got for me?
Okay.
Why do you want a high
I
value man?
I didn't even know I wanted a high value man until I discovered your videos a couple of days ago.
Uh-oh. You thought he was just regular?
Yeah.
Okay, well
I
that's part of the issue, but let's talk. Go ahead.
I don't even know where to start.
Well,
I'm 34.
uh-huh.
I'm going by the videos that I've heard before. I'm 145 pounds.
Okay.
I'm a 10 in the hips, but I'm like a 6'7" in the chest area.
Okay. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
5'2" and 145 pounds. Yeah. So
Yes.
any children?
None.
Okay. And if you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, face only,
Um,
and you can't use
Honestly,
seven.
oh, I'm not gonna use a 7. I'm an 8, baby. 8, 9, depending on if I have makeup on or not.
All right, cam up.
Well, I can't cam up right now because
IG.
okay. Well,
What's
I
your
don't have
IG?
an IG. I have my Facebook.
Okay, well just put your Facebook in a private chat to me. So
Okay.
you want to get married?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm
I
I'm
have a chat.
curious.
Chat.
Okay, I can get it in a minute. Yeah, it just says private chat, like to chat with me. Why do you want to get married?
Tell the truth, I don't feel like working anymore.
You don't
I'm
feel like
over it.
working anymore?
I don't want to work anymore. I'm over it.
Hello. So
Uh,
okay, I just sent you a hello message in the chat. So
okay,
respond to that.
thank you.
So you don't want to work anymore. Okay. At least you're honest.
Yes. And I
So
don't know why I'm so nervous being on this phone with you. Like,
well,
for real.
okay, you don't want to work anymore. What did you do? What do you do right now?
I am a level 3 accountant manager with the oil and gas company in Houston.
Okay. And you want to so do you want to not work ever or just not corporate?
Not corporate. I don't mind having like my own little at home business doing auditing and stuff
How
like
many
that.
children do you want to have?
As many as I can.
Come on now. Give me a
Like
number.
4, 5, 6. I want a really big family.
Are you from Louisiana?
I'm from New Orleans.
Is that close to Laplace?
Close enough.
Just trying to see if this is you.
That's me.
I'm just trying to see if this is you. Is
Yeah.
that you from Laplace?
Yes, that's
Okay.
me.
All right.
And it
So,
says I was born in Germany.
huh?
It says I was born in Germany.
Yeah. So
Yes, that's me.
So okay, so at 34, you level three accountant. You want to have as many children. You didn't give me a number. One,
I'm gonna
two,
say 4 or 5.
four,
4 or
four or
5.
five. We'll go with four.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I gotta ask, why are you just now deciding this at 34?
Because it was drilled in me to make sure I don't rely on no man.
Say again. I didn't hear that.
From my mother, my aunts, and them, they always drilled in me to not rely on any man to make sure that I can take care of myself.
Okay, I get it. Do me a
Yeah.
favor. The YouTube channel. You need to close that in the background. All that other stuff. Because I'm starting to hear a little background noise. Am I on
I'm
Bluetooth or
sorry.
speakerphone?
Headset.
Okay. So, okay, it does not surprise me being from the South. You were told, even from such a family oriented place like New Orleans,
Mhm.
to not rely on no man. My one of my childhood closest friends, his wife was from there. And until I went around there, I did not understand the culture. I'll just put it that way. Um, so what is the longest relationship you've had?
The longest 4 years, 4.5 years,
Okay.
and that was in my early 20s, like 17 to like 22, 23.
Well, 22, 23. So you ain't had a relationship with a long term relationship with a man for like over 10 years.
Like I've tried, but it seemed like the amount of money I make always gets in the way. They feel like I'm always like I'm like the breadwinner in the situation, so I feel like it does something to them.
Okay.
and I don't.
But you want to give that, okay. But you want to not make that amount of money.
Not no more because I feel like it's just hindering me.
No.
It's either
No, that's
I don't
not
know.
okay. I don't know what the headset is because it's real treble. Can you try it without the headset?
Okay,
All right. How long have you been in Houston?
up 3 years.
Okay. And before that, you were in New Orleans.
Yes,
Well, more than anything else that hinders you is New Orleans. Ain't no high value men there.
that's why I moved.
No.
And I chose to move to Houston because it's closer to home, but men out here tend to make more money. But then I'm running into guys that they don't want to pursue women, and I'm used to being pursued back home.
Oh, what do you mean they don't want to pursue women?
Like, I was in the grocery store the other day, and I see that this guy's looking at me, and I feel like he wants me to make the move. So I say hello, and he does nothing.
Well, um, all
I
right,
don't know.
all right.
Maybe I need to move to another city.
No, because you're just gonna get older.
Oh, true.
Because see, okay, one, you're not at your fighting weight. For your height, 120, 120, 125 is really
Mm-hmm.
upper limit. It's dress size 4. You're not that.
Okay.
Number two, you're in your mid 30s, and you have not really had to follow a man's lead for 10 plus years.
True.
So I'm gonna just tell you, a marriage where you don't have to work and have no, sis, that's not reality. Because the kind
Okay.
of man you're talking about to be able to afford 4 children and afford to not have his woman work, how much money do you think that man needs to make in Houston?
At least 450, 500.
And why would he pick you?
Yeah, that's a hard question. Why
Really?
would he pick me?
I don't know. But
I don't have no children.
so what? Neither
I'm
does it.
young.
Neither does a 21-year-old.
I understand she's more fertile and she
She,
has plenty of
she's
years to go
more
ahead
she's
and
more fertile. She's easier to mold. She's easier to deal with. You
okay.
have a track. When do you have a track record of ever listening to a man?
At my job, my father.
Okay, your job holds your paycheck over it, and your father is different. When do you have a romantic history of ever following a man?
Oh Lord, I don't want to say that.
Well, but see, that's
Only in my early 20s, but then like
well.
I feel
All
like
right then. All right, and that was 10 years ago, man.
yeah.
So here's
You know what? I
here,
did have another relationship after that. I could have got married, but I
okay.
just felt like he just wasn't leading in a situation. I'm
And
like,
how long ago
I
was that?
that was 4 years ago.
And how okay? And how much was he making?
Oh Lord, he was making. I think he was right at six. He was like 90, 98.
And how long were you guys together?
2 years.
So now you're confusing me. But I'll take it. You had a 2-year relationship that you ended,
Mm-hmm.
and you ended this 2 years ago.
No, 3 years ago.
So again, if you watch my channel, you sound like another sister who's had a
Oh Lord.
man who was suitable. Due respect, you may put yourself at a 9, ma'am. You're right about a 6.
Mm,
Pam Greer
okay.
isn't Pam Greer is an 8.
Okay.
Beyonce is right around Pam Grier. She's 8 or 9.
Yeah. I said an 8 or 9. I thought she was like a 10.
No way is Beyonce anywhere close to a 10.
So who would be a 10?
If you watch my
I only been watching you
listen,
today.
listen, okay. Pam Grier, I use women from the 70s because
Mm-hmm.
so much politics involved nowadays. Pam Grier, well, if a 7, which I don't use, Thelma from Good Times. But Pam
Okay.
Grier, 8. And she's the size, and she's a dress size 8, by the way, with all them boobs and hips.
Okay.
Pam Grier, Diane Carroll, Jane Kennedy, Dorothy Dandridge, all
Dorothy.
classically beautiful women. Dorothy Dandridge would have been considered around a 10. Diane Carroll would have been considered a 9. Sis, you are average looking. You're cute, but you are not pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous. You ain't fall out fine.
Okay.
And that's okay. But your standard is up there with a man who's in the top 1%. And when I ask you, why would he want you? You can't even answer that. You want more than you look like. And then the man you said you said he wasn't leading or whatever, whatever. Have you ever considered maybe you're just too difficult to lead?
But I don't get that at work.
Is
I
your
don't get that from
okay,
the
okay, and is your
overhead.
boss, your manager, is it male or
Yeah,
female?
I am a manager, but I
Okay,
do
but
have to
you're
answer to somebody,
okay.
and I do have
Listen,
subordinates.
listen. Is the person you answer to, is it a male or female?
A male,
What is his race?
he's black,
Okay. And if I
and he doesn't understand that why I'm not married.
oh, sis.
It's just like
All
I
right,
don't
all
know.
right, all right. Is he married?
Yes, he
All
is.
right. All right. So you listen to your manager because your manager has the power of the purse. He can cut your job off.
True.
Even in this conversation, when I start to say things you don't necessarily like, you start over talking and talking loud.
I don't mean to.
But that's the point. That's who you
Mm,
are when the money ain't on the line. Because you don't have to respect no black man. Boom.
no.
You don't have to respect no black man. Only man you gotta respect is the man that got your check or the dude that could whoop you when you were a little girl.
Whoop me.
When you were a little girl, your
Okay.
daddy could whoop you. The only man you got to listen to right now is a black man who he works for a white man's corporation and he can decide to impact your employment. But show me in your romantic life where you've ever had to listen to a black man. And you already said most black men don't make as much or may be intimidated by your money or whatever. So you don't look at black men as even being superior. They're equal or below you at best. But see, I don't roll that way. I make far more than you. And I'm far
Okay.
more successful. And you still talk over me.
I don't mean to. I
I'm
didn't.
not, but I'm saying, but I know you don't, sis. But I'm saying this because I need you to understand that that's why so many of our sisters that are in this danger zone area can't figure out why they can't get married. You're in your own way. All right. Have you ever considered have you ever had any therapy?
Yes.
How long ago?
I talked to her like 3 days ago.
How long? Okay. And the clinical therapist that can actually prescribe medication?
No.
Okay.
No, yes, she does. She does. I take that back. She does.
You can. Okay. And how long you been seeing your therapist?
2.5 years?
And it's a female.
Yes.
Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, other.
White.
White woman.
Mm-hmm.
Any any diagnosis of depression, attachment, acceptance, approval issues, anything like that?
I have none. I just go for routine like maintenance
Right,
every two
so
to three
what does she
months.
tell you when it comes to relation? Do y'all talk about relationships?
She says that I need to go ahead and communicate more when it comes down to
Well, let me go ahead and
relationships.
let me give you a little personal advice. If you've been with a therapist for 2 years, 2.5 years, and you haven't had any breakthroughs, or you need another therapist.
Probably so.
And then you're also dealing with a white woman. She don't understand black women's problems. You need a man,
Well, well, you know what? I think that's my best bet. I have to talk to, I guess, a man.
a
Because I had
professional
a
man.
black woman at first, and she was like, I don't need no man.
Of
I was
course she
like,
did.
okay.
Of course.
I'm like,
And you've
first
heard more
session
truth.
over with.
Hold on. And you've heard more truth from a guy on YouTube.
Yes.
What that tell you? That there are black men out here with their shit together who actually know something. You just seem to find all the fuck niggas.
I think so.
Well, no, that's not true.
I think so.
No,
I
it's
don't know.
not. No, ma'am. No, it's not. Because there are women who find men in Houston every day. The only common denominator in all your situations is you. You're not the victim.
I'm not trying to be the victim.
I
I'm just trying to
know,
get married.
but
That's all.
okay. I can't keep going down this path. You're 34, you're headstrong, you're stubborn, and you were programmed from the South to hear you don't need no man. That is damn near a sickness with our people. And it's going to take more than a white woman who's a therapist to help you get back to where you need to get. But I want to go ahead and make this clear. You are not in a position to demand nobody making no $400,000 a year. You're not in no position to make the demands to not have to work the rest of your life. You, at best, 72% of American women, 72% of American mothers with children under 18 have to work. You are going to work because the years in which you had to be a stay-at-home wife and shoot and produce several children, that was 10 plus years ago. You are 1 year away from high-risk pregnancy. Your ask is completely unrealistic. So even if you do get someone to talk to you and start leveling out, your standard, what you're asking for, is so outrageous. Outrageous. And again, for who you are, I mean, you're not a model and you're in your mid 30s. I know it sounds hard pill to swallow.
Not at all.
Okay, if it's not, then why are you asking for so much?
You asked me for my estimate. That was just an estimate.
But that's not even a reasonable estimate, ma'am. If you were trying to sell a car and you know what the Kelly Blue Book value or market estimate is, and you try to get 5 times more, is that even reasonable?
Dang.
I mean, or do you really rank yourself? I mean, you really came through like you was a straight up dime.
Okay, Mr. Kevin.
I'm saying, can't nobody see
Okay.
you? And I'm having this
No,
conversation. Can't nobody
it's
see
not
you?
that. It's just like I came here to ask for help, and I just feel like you just
I, oh,
stab, stab,
okay.
stab.
All right, now this is where we're gonna get that bullshit. Not
No,
that
it's not
not that.
bullshit. It's
No,
just like
no, no,
I mean,
no.
I understand that you're keeping it real,
No, no, no.
but
This is where it becomes that bullshit. Every time how is it when I talk to younger women and tell them the same thing, they can accept it. But when I talk to women in your age generation, it's always you're bashing, you're rude, you're mean. Explain that to me, Mimi. And she went straight up. What do you think happened, guys, when it got too real? What always happens. Always happens. You're mean.
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on the legend Kevin Samuels. I think this guy was fantastic with his concept and his way of doing things, and people don't notice it, but I think this guy was really incredible with the way and manner in which he analyzes situations, right? And guys, like I always tell you, keep checking his channel out, keep supporting the channel, Kevin Samuels on YouTube. He has done a great job there that we need to be keeping alive. As much as we doing something over here to make sure that we're keeping the content alive, because like it or not, we as black people, I think we need these type of content, these kind of talking points, because our community is in serious jeopardy. This is something that we have to take in, and it's only gonna go worse. So this is why we should try our best as possible to keep his content alive, because it does help a lot. It does teaches us so many things as men and women. It teaches us how to stay together. But let's talk about this 33-year-old lady, right? She said she worked in the oil and gas industry, right? And I'm pretty assuming she's making so much money and she has acquired so much education to get herself in there. So to get yourself into a field like this, that is money making career field, and to turn around and say, "Mm, I wish I got someone that is making like 400,000, $500,000 a year so that I can stay my bar at home and do nothing." So how about you just prioritize what you really want? But society keep on putting pressure on these women, right, to do certain things that they don't want deep down. Women don't want to be working. That's just the honest truth. But society is pressurizing them to just want to work, to prove that they don't need men, to prove that they can stand without black men. And it's sad to have a female in this kind of field, oil and gas. That's not an easy job to say, I'm quitting. And this is the differences between men and women. She don't feel like working right now, but her mind is telling her she need to work because the bills need to pay. Women kind of go by, okay, I don't feel like working, so I have to find a way to just make sure that my feelings are listened to. So a man cannot do something like that. A man cannot just wake up and say, I don't feel like working and I need a woman, a female that is making tons and tons of money to put my ass at home. But they have the privilege to do that. And the ending of the video exposed something that I've always been talking about when it comes to talking to our black women or dealing with them in these kind of spaces, right? The conversation ended like, oh, she came in to get an advice, but it's almost like Kevin Samuel bashed her. And what is the bash? Giving you reality check, making you understand that, okay, you think that you 8, 9, or 10, and he's basically telling you, no, you're not a 10. It's like someone selling a Honda Accord and looking for G-Wagon prices. Or saying, oh, my Honda drive very well, right? And I see it like a G-Wagon, so you have to buy it like a G-Wagon. It doesn't make sense. Someone is just going to definitely tell you, no, your car is a Honda Accord and not a G-Wagon. And that does not mean that the person hates you or the person is against you or is trying to bash you or whatever the case is. It is just telling you, hey, your car is a Honda and not a G-Wagon, not a Mercedes. But like I always say, our women always have some answers in their heads when they comes into these type of conversation. They always having some answers in their heads, but they always need confirmation from these type of men. So they come into these type of spaces and try to bring out their questions. When the answers you give to them doesn't match what they have in their mind, then it becomes you bashing them. You don't like them. You hate them, and they call you all sort of names. It's sad, man, but this is the hardcore reality of our women. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you enjoy the content, make sure you give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. Like I always tell you guys, if you are tuned to keep this content alive or Kevin Samuels alive, support his channel. Catch you in the next one. I'm out, and peace.